No, I'm at the end of the lake west and there's this bickering couple. Oh yeah. Hicks and Tengar. They had their own they had their own starring episode in the first Suikoden, but they're on their travel, right? And Taiho. Interesting that they added this kind of little extra dialogue scene. So, oh yeah. Yeah, looks. Taiho was amused, and they gave a quite explicit hint on where they are going. But I'm not yet gonna follow them right now because there's a little extra locations to go. Now, at the kobold part of the Two River, there's one extra kobold here called Kabocha and Gengen, and they are related. Yeah. I wonder, is that some sort of personal trait Gengen and Kabocha have about referring to themselves as third person, or something like they really don't know the language that well? Oh, looks like Kabocha is just joined and tagged along. And I'm going this fast because I have a stallion. I have stallion in my team, not a horse, a person. Yeah, but there's this. Oh well, couple of critters, and I'm not sure that is it caused by having him in your team that you can go to the even faster, fast forward in combat screens. But there's this checkpoint, Moose and Green Hill. Yeah, Meg, a small side character in the first Suikoden. Oh. So who is that? Well, Juppo was something like a trickster. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, he of course Gadget knew it. Oh. And I got 2 extra recruits again. So, but it would now be time to head to the actual Kobold village and see what's going on in there. And here it is, Kobold village. Hicks and Tengar are coming. Oh yeah, well, it's village and it's got kobolds in it. Tengar are so pushy. Yeah, but it seems it would look more like something that Tengar is pushy because she wants to make Hicks better. better warrior and better person. Although I think that in Warrior's Village those two are quite much the same thing. But there's this built huts. Chance to buy stuff, rare finds. Oh, it's a heavy color. Yeah, he's wearing two colors at the same time. That's a lot of color. And oh, yeah, that's lonely. And of course there's trading post, but Tengar and Hicks are going. Oh, and there's some sort of spiritual test. Big white hideous scary monster. Sounds like something to chop to pieces. Oh. Oh yeah. Well, Chief seems to be that, yeah, it's an old habit that we forgot, so it's basically all a myth. Oh, but at least, yeah. Well, she wasn't carrying anything, he was everything. But apparently, Warrior's Village is known even in here. Oh, what? So why is she traveling? Oh, you two are having a great relationship. I don't think good warrior or soldier has to enjoy fighting. They must know how to and not be afraid of it. But greatest warrior is the one who does not need to fight. They can fight, and most likely they should be very formidable fighters. But they should not be enjoying the fight. Yeah, now we're gonna get some humorous thing. Yeah, oh, yeah. Some kind of... It seems that they've decided to... Yeah, that little rope wrangling. The fact that he doesn't really know what's going on might be something that, yep, he doesn't... It might be a hoax. Elaborate snipe hunt. Oh, blue stone, red flower, green bell. Oh. Oh yeah. Why is it a general? What? Yep, that's be suspicious. Oh. But. Yep, Hicks just drags along. Suffice to say that when Tengar's safety gets jeopardized, Hicks gets fired up. Oh yeah, gang and go home. But otherwise, hey, I guess it's time to now head to the south window then and see what's going on in there. South window, so let's see what's going on in here. Item shop, up, get the other. Oh, and Kobold was here. Seems to be in a hurry. Oh, that's kind of suspicious. And yeah, there's the buyer. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Oh yeah, the merchant was... Well, that was done, but it still smells kind of fishy. Turn to the village, so let's see what's going on. Well, there's the king, or chief. Oh, got the blue stone. Red flower. Oh yeah. Awkward pause and poke to the butt. To remind. Did she just sneeze? Oh yeah. Tengaris is just so worried that he can't see an obvious knife hunt of him being made a fool. But time to head to the Cave of the Wind then. Although slight demonstration about Stallion. Yep, he goes fast. But in combat he also allows to get the extra super speed, which I did mention earlier, but I mentioned again because it's very convenient. And interestingly enough, yes, he can run fast, so which means that he basically most likely they just put a cart behind him and then he just runs away. But once you get to the boat, even boats gets fast from him. So let's just get into the headquarters and admire this massive amount of people walking around doing all kinds of things. Although I really don't like this in comparison, I would say that the headquarters of Suikoden 1 was better implemented. Mechanically both are the same, both have very much the same functions, but in design I say that the first one was better, even though it did not look as busy because it had only the main 108 stars in it. But here's the Cave of the Wind. Oh, and Kobold is coming up. I think he was kind of spooked. Eep. That's odd. Let's get in. And it really wasn't far. So I guess that might explain why it blooms in caves. That wasn't here before. Well, no need to even go further from here. So it is once again time to head towards the Kobold village and see what kind of chaos there is happening. Yes, once again we have the item, but that was kind of weird or amusing. Oh, at least that came fast. Was she just out of her bed? Yeah. That was kind of weird. So it's 2 river again, but this time should be without any editing because Stallion is that fast. Yep. At least this didn't take massive run all across the Dunan area or Joeston lands, whatever word is to be used to describe these areas. Rare finds, wizard orbs. Let's just buy it. Although I do personally feel that Hicks as a character might be a slight of, you could say, well, at least he's not completely, in a sense, completely useless once he shows up. But here's the sewers. Familiar place and filled with nastiness. No, those sharks have massive amount of counter attacks, so it's recommended to use projectiles against them. Oh yeah. But this time it's quite slightly longer run. Unite, attack. This should do the job. Oh yes, it does the job. Damn, those pests are annoying. But just going real fast. And me too. But there was a kobold over there dropping the bells into the ground. So, yep, it smells like a setup. But heading now to the kobold village. And now this time I'm cutting the return trip a while out. Here it is, kobold village. Mad dash towards the place. Oh, well, green bell, and she ain't here. What? Damn. Oh, what? I don't think Hicks thinks much in this situation. He's going. He named his sword after her, so he's going. Doesn't have no fear, no hesitation, no doubt, and an obnoxious critter around here. So yeah, of course they would be enemies. But they don't seem to be particularly dangerous type, at least in here. Falcon men. Gave them all a good thrashing. And so much of these. Yep, using the fast forward. And yes, that swooping attack is an instant kill. But luckily, it doesn't cause damage, so not that much of, you could say, bad problem about that. It doesn't, so in that kind of sense, drain resources. Well, let's just let these critters go. No reason to pick a fight with these big mobs. And another big mob. Get out. And I really don't like these big maze-like structures that this game added to the repertoire. Yeah, those are critters were out of existence. But these ones I would just smack out of existence. So much colors. Well, I wonder how in hell. Well, most likely kobolds of the village have just kobold of the village just keep them here, just have stashed them over here for whatever purposes. But this looks very suspicious. Clearing and Tengar seems to be fine. And there's a nice tree. Oh yeah, this vault. Yeah, it was quite obviously a fake. Oh, but Suikoden loves these interruptions by important character. Yep. Now the unicorn showed up. Yep, it's real. I would expect unicorn to speak have extremely deep and resonant voice. Yeah, that's an impressive show. Kind of, you could say, humorous extra episode, but it had a dramatically impressive ending. Oh yeah. Yep, that's true. Well, Hicks was already veteran of Tauran Republic Liberation War, so now he's gonna get another joining to himself, which at this HD port is said to be Dunan Unification War. Well, the Badger Army already had its seed as one of the more, you could say, even better members of Warriors Village, Flick the Blue Thunder. So yeah, but there's at least half a dozen familiar faces for Hicks and Tengard to get acquainted with and what was going on. But 2 extra recruits. Yep, Chief has a house. Well, yeah, that monster was called Unicorn and it was here. Nothing important looking stuff here. Oh yeah, and Chief made the woods safe. Quite interesting little locations. So, but it might be another reason to pay a visit to a little bit another extra location, or maybe just go back to the headquarters and see what's going on there, if that place where I intend to make a visit has nothing special happening in it. One of the more hidden locations of the game, well, not that hidden, but very quite secretive locations of the game, Forest Village. And there's Wakaba, the martial artist. Oh, well, or how about me? Oh yeah. And I recruited a martial artist. Yeah, Wakaba is good at kicking things. Also offensive, physical offensive powerhouse. Nothing really extra special about that kind of character. Oh, well, Some guy called Tony. And Connell can also be recruited, but I forgot the special item I needed. You need the sound set to recruit him. So I might be returning to him later. But there's this guy walking about, Tony. Oh. Oh. Welcome to Dunan Castle then. Oh, it is. Yeah, I guess the chief wants to get rid of the redneck. Well, got the... Well, Tony the redneck joined as well, which is real nice. And of course there's even a trading post in here that you can buy some handy stuff to use in all kinds of tradings, like, let's see, crystal balls. Actual Cobalt Village really likes these. You can get they give a very impressive amount of profit. And there's mention about griffins, but no armor to sale. So still moving around and trying to get something else, or maybe coming back to fetch one that will fetch Connell. And back at the headquarters, see what's going on in here. Most likely nothing good, even though it was a success. Oh. Well, next day, and most likely the castle has been upgraded as well. But going inside and see what's the story. Oh, and Apple allows to remake units for the war sequences, which will become more and more important later on. But I'm not gonna explain that mechanic. Supposed to say you can get your war sequences a bit easier with rearranging units. No, but what's who knowing? Yep. So, meaning that, and also the fact that they would have been defending fortified position, meaning that, yep, they should have been lost. Yep. So instead of full military action, it's a time to start doing a little bit of raiding. So yeah, well, that's a benefit for having a teenager as a wartime leader. Yeah, so add features cunning is needed. And Pilika also volunteers. Yep, and which was it? Yep. And I would expect that if this would be a film made earlier, someone like Brad Pitt should have been acting Flick, because seeing that he would be something like a dashingly handsome. Oh yeah, and so I have to pick up a group of characters that are school age. And that means that they most likely are not really of the bash the skulls in characters, but let's just let's bring out Wakaba. Yeah, it's starting to become actually quite difficult deciding the groove, especially for this mission, which needs a kind of effective bunch of characters. Well, let's bring the good old-fashioned duo of Warriors Village, Fix, Hicks, and Tengar. So, I have a bunch of infiltrating youngsters about to do a very dangerous military job, but it might also be a good moment to also try a little bit one more recruitment that has been kind of waiting. But next time it would be time to start march towards the Green Hill. But first, let's check if this episode ends here. That means the recruitment didn't work, and if it doesn't end, then the recruitment does work.